Hello, London. What a great turnout and show of support for our city. Thank you all for coming to London, the London Convention Centre today. We really do live in a great city, don't we? I have lived here for 25 years and I've loved every minute of it. I don't think there is a place anywhere else in this world that I would call home. This is life in our home. Our kids go to great schools. We love the great arts and culture. We enjoy the parks, the paths, and the river, just as I'm sure many of you do. I also enjoy doing business here, and a great little secret is that even though my business and my home are opposite sides of the city, it's only 20 minutes away. 20 minutes to anything, really, to great theater, restaurants, nightlife, world-class education, you name it. We really do have it great here, and I know many of you feel the same way about our city. I know because I talked to many of you over the past year. And the question that I was asked repeatedly, how do we encourage more people to feel like we do? In fact, this was the question that launched Ambassador London. A question that became a conversation with the Mayor, David Estock, and Michael Crowley on how we could get the message out about London. One conversation quickly became many as we found a group of dedicated, passionate Londoners who believe in London. Since then, we have gathered support and momentum. Support, encouragement, and funding from all of our many institutions, municipally funded organizations, and very importantly, the many private companies and individuals who have rallied to assist with Ambassador London. And if you allow me just a moment to speak directly to many sponsors, volunteers, and supporters. Thank you one and all for getting us here today. While this launch has been our end game, it is really just the beginning of something special for our city. Thank you for your hard work, your passion, and your dedication to our city and the Ambassador London program. The results of these efforts has been great unity and purpose for Ambassador London. And that one simple purpose is this: to change perception of London to a place of global importance. Ambassadors in our program have one purpose: to encourage people, wherever they might be, to think about London, by inviting people to consider the potential and the possibilities that London offers to them, their families, their business, and their future. Now, I've been asked many times by Londoners if the job of selling the city is not the job of London Economic Development, tourism, or the City of London. And the answer is yes, it is their job, and they do it well. We see the job of Ambassador London and the job of ambassadors as moving people, not selling them. We see our job as moving people emotionally, opening their hearts and their minds about London, and encouraging them to find out more about our city. We believe ambassadors will move people with their genuine, heartfelt stories of London, and by extending an invitation to others to consider our city as their place. Invitations include a promise. There's always a promise of something, usually very good and exciting in an invitation. Our simple and compelling promise is this: London is the place where all can flourish, economically, socially, and culturally. It's an emotional promise and a real commitment. It's also uniquely our promise. Where all can flourish is success defined on our terms as Londoners. It's how we see ourselves, all of us, from all walks of life. As ambassadors, we are inviting others from all parts of the world who feel like we do to join us, to come to London, to live, to work, and to play. Now, what makes this promise to flourish real and genuine is you, ladies and gentlemen. You and your stories about life in London are the proof that we can all flourish here. Now, we are certainly going to help you get the conversation started, and we'll be with you with support and tools that will help your stories come to life. And you'll see how we plan to help you in just a few minutes. But it begins with you. It will take all of us working together as ambassadors with one voice, one message, and many, many stories to move our city. If we can count on all of you here today, if we can count on each other, we will move people with our stories. And we will move London to a place of global importance. It's time. It's time for us to sign up, to speak up, and to get our city moving. It's your city. London belongs to all of us. Let's show the world the promise all of London has to offer. Now, one person who needed no convincing on the greatness of London, a person who needed no persuading to sign up, someone who truly believes in the great future for our city. Ladies and gentlemen, our greatest ambassador and supporter of London, please welcome our Mayor, Anne Marie DeSico-Best.
Well, good afternoon.